Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And there's going to be a massive strike in Scotland's schools. And no, it's not the teachers, it's the pupils. Well, technically, it's the parents who are going to be pulling the pupils out and telling them they're not going. Parents are so fed up with the state of Scotland's schools now in terms of abuse, sexual, physical harm. They don't like the idea of their kids coming back battered and bruised. And so they're saying until discipline improves, they're going to have these series of strikes. This, of course, is all down entirely the fault of the Scottish Government. Education is a devolved matter, and Jenny Gilruth, the Minister, is ultimately responsible. But why is it happening? Why, of course, are so many teachers leaving the profession as well? Ever since COVID and everyone returning, the problem has got increasingly out of hand. Abuse is rising exponentially. Teachers are being abused physically or sexually or both or emotionally and so on, and are having to come back into classrooms and find that the pupils who've done this to them are still there. And that, of course, is the nub of the reason. It's because the SNP government hate the idea of people having power that isn't their power, and they hate the idea of allowing anyone to make decisions over which they do not have a say. So they want to micromanage every aspect of society. And they've told the head teachers of Scottish schools that they're not allowed to throw pupils out because, hey, it looks bad. They've removed authority from head teachers. Well, that's fine then, Jenny. It means everything that goes on in schools is your fault. You can't blame these head teachers because these head teachers no longer have power or authority over their schools. You do. Now, the only way, of course, to solve this problem is for Jenny to give up all that power, hand it back to the head teachers, and allow the head teachers to throw out disruptive pupils. But she won't do it. She can't do it. She's incapable of doing it. And so the problem exists. And of course, it's going to get worse. More and more teachers are leaving the profession, either to just retire or move south to England, where it's perceived to be safer. Not just perceived, actually is safer. The figures show that themselves. The incidents are much, much lower because, again, the schools in England, the head teachers have the power and the authority to throw out the troublemakers. And so you're getting fewer and fewer teachers in schools, which means bigger classroom sizes, which means, by necessity, less discipline, and still lacking the ability to actually do anything within the school. So every single issue that goes on in Scottish schools is all down to Jenny Gilruth. Blame her. And that is what the parents are doing. And that is why they're starting a series of strikes where they're pulling their pupil. The parents are pulling the children out of school. There'll be no pupils in the school, simply as a rejection of the SNP's education policies. Oh, it won't be long now, people. It won't be long now. Everything they do is falling apart. Thanks very much for listening. Take care. Goodbye.